Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's my pleasure to introduce Anu here. Anu, an MBA in International Business Management, stands as a spiritual CEO. Her leadership is a perfect blend of sharp business strategy with a deep spiritual ideology, encouraging innovation and empathetic growth. Anu works with a belief in the synergy between personal enlightenment and corporate success. Anu's integrate ethics and spirituality, which expresses mindfulness into her leadership in Banyan Tribe. Anu is also committed to social impact where she works as a silent philanthropist. Anu is a mother of two happy kids who make her proud as mother. Let's hear a wise value addition from Anu. Over to you, Anu.
Thank you so much, Manjuji, for a wonderful, wonderful introduction coming from you. Happy morning, everybody. So today I'm going to be talking about emotions. So my presentation is divided in three parts: understanding emotions, and why we go towards negative emotions, and how to make it positive. So why are we talking about emotions? Because business owner hone se pehle, we all are human beings, and human beings operate from emotions. आप business में भी जब decisions लेते हैं, that comes from your emotional database, the experiences, the emotions that you have stored from your experiences in life. You make decisions out of there. So what is an emotion? It is the basis of our existence. It just not helps you in making decisions. It gives you a desirable life. Because जो आप सोचते हैं अपने दिमाग में वही होता है. It is very much possible because जैसे हमारे पास एक स्मार्टफोन होता है, but we do not know the entire functioning, the features of it. वैसे ही our mind is a super machine, but we do not know the power of it. So we'll understand a little aspect of our brain wherein emotions are managed, stored, and how we can effectively use it for a desirable life by right thinking and balanced choices. But there is a difference between feeling and emotion. Feeling and emotion are not synonymous. We use it interchangeably while in our day-to-day lives. But let's understand what is a feeling and what is an emotion. Feeling is somatic, which means you can feel it in your body. It's a physiological aspect. When you feel tightness in chest, a clenched gut, twisting stomach, pain in heart, these are all feelings that you're feeling in your body. But it is coming from the emotion. Emotion is the underlying reason for you to have that feeling. Emotion is grief, fear, sadness, rage. If you have grief, you have tightness in chest. If you have fear, you have clenched gut. You have sadness, you have twisting stomach. If you have rage or sadness, you have pain in your heart. So that is the difference between feeling and emotion. Or emotion goes unchecked because it is so deeply embedded in our body, in our layers, that हमें उस emotion का पता नहीं चलता, but superficially we get to know only the feeling part कि ऐसा मेरे साथ हो रहा है. क्यों हो रहा है? We are unaware of it because वो इतना पुराना हो चुका होता है या हम उसको समझ नहीं पाते हैं because it takes introspection and awareness to understand that. In contrast, when we look at this picture shows the feeling of this girl being relaxed, loose, open. You know the underlying emotion? That is of joy, peace, and love. इसके साथ साथ, there is one more thing that is also there with this state of being. That is being vulnerable. Vulnerability is childlike. It's not a feeling, not an emotion. It is just a state of being. और इस vulnerability की वजह से we are able to feel the entire spectrum of emotions. अगर ये vulnerability ना हो, then we will not be able to experience certain emotions, and most often it is positive. आपने देखा है जब बच्चे होते हैं, they are vulnerable, means they can be easily, आप उनको manipulate कर सकते हैं. आप vulnerable means कि you can do something with them. They don't have control over them, right? So when you are a childlike situation, you are exuberant. आप उस एक स्टेट में होते हैं जहां पर आप खुल के हंसते हैं, बेबाक हंसते हैं, खुल के एक्सप्रेस करते हैं, खुल के रोते हैं, खुल के गुस्सा करते हैं. सो दैट इज बीइंग वल्नरेबल. इनिशियली ना हम सब वैसी वल्नरेबल स्टेट में होते हैं. बट व्हाट हैपेंस इज लाइफ हैपेंस टू अस. जब कोई आता है आउट ऑफ द ब्लू और कोई हमें एक हर्ट देके जाता है, एक डैमेज देके जाता है, व्हाट वी डू, दीज ओपन आर्म्स, दीज बिकम्स क्लेंच्ड. जब भी कोई हम पे अटैक करता है तो नेचुरली क्या होता है, हम हाथ आगे कर लेते हैं, अपने चेस्ट के आगे कर लेते हैं. तो जब इमोशनली ये होता है, इमोशनली हम डैमेज होते हैं, इमोशनली हमें खतरा होता है, तो हमारी बॉडी इमोशनली क्या करती है, इट स्टार्ट्स टू प्रोटेक्ट इटसेल्फ, इट स्टार्ट्स टू क्लोज इटसेल्फ, जस्ट आउट ऑफ द सर्वाइवल इंस्टिंक्ट कि ये वापस हमारे साथ ना हो. सो व्हाट हैपेंस इज वी स्टॉप बीइंग वल्नरेबल. जहां हम ये सारे पॉजिटिव इमोशंस हम एक्सपीरियंस करते थे, वी स्टार्ट टू बिकम unvulnerable. And that is where all the problems start to happen. By closing our heart, we think we're protecting ourselves from negative emotions. But actually, what happens is, in reality, we are protecting ourselves only from positive emotions. Hope, joy, love, peace. इन सब से हम अपने आप को प्रोटेक्ट कर रहे होते हैं. सोच रहे हैं हम कि हम नेगेटिव से प्रोटेक्ट कर रहे हैं, बट इन रियलिटी व्हाट हैपेंस इज वी आर प्रोटेक्टिंग आवरसेल्व्स फ्रॉम ऑल द स्पेक्ट्रम ऑफ पॉजिटिव इमोशंस. और ये इतना ज्यादा हो जाता है कि नेगेटिव इमोशंस गेट ट्रैप्ड इनसाइड ऑफ अस. आवर एनर्जी सेंटर्स गेट ब्लॉक्ड. एनर्जी सेंटर्स, चक्र जो हमारे बॉडी में 7 चक्र हैं, वो ब्लॉक हो जाते हैं. एंड द सर्वाइवल चक्र जो है हमारे, रूट, sacral and solar plexus and the heart center, they get blocked. Our throat gets blocked. So the above two, the third eye and the crown, it is with connection with the spiritual. But these 5 survival centers, energy centers, they become blocked. And then what happens is कि आपकी जब लाइफ में सब कुछ अच्छा चल रहा होता है ना, तब भी you don't feel happy. All the emotions are inside of you at the time, positive or negative both. And when everything is right in your life, still your positives are eclipsed. Means आप वो feel ही नहीं कर पाते हैं, because that is blocked inside of you. Love is there, but so is the fear. And the fear wins. And that is a state when our emotions have turned against us. Our body, our mind, our soul, these are supposed to be in alignment with us to move towards a brighter life, towards a positive life experience on an everyday basis. But our emotions have turned against us. That means if you're, moving in a car on a road, but you're wanting to move ahead, but somebody is pulling you back. So that is exactly what is happening to us when we are in this emotional state. What you can do, the third part, we understood how negative happens, but how we can take it towards positive. Practice what? Don't shove, embrace. What you have, the negative experience, whatever is going in your mind, do not shove it away. Do not close it. Accept it. Sit with it. आपके साथ किसी ने गलत किया, sit with that. ये मत सोचिए कि मुझे दोबारा हर्ट होगा. Hurt is already there. अगर आप उसे छुपा देंगे, it is going to grow, it is going to multiply. So you have to embrace, accept. रोना आएगा, गुस्सा आएगा. You have to vent it out. That is the number one thing that you have to practice. Find a friend, find somebody, your partner or whoever, and just vent it out. Sit with yourself alone in a room or somewhere. Cry it out. Crying is the best healing solution, you know. It helps. It's very soothing. It's healing. Men and women alike. Right? और इसमें ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ लड़कियां रोती हैं, लड़के भी रोते हैं. टीयर ग्लैंड्स तो लड़कों के भी होते हैं. दुख तो उन्हें भी होता है. इट्स अ शैम की मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता है. ऐसा नहीं होता. मर्द को दर्द होता है. इट्स जस्ट दे डोंट कनेक्ट विद इट बिकॉज ऑफ द सोसाइटल कंडीशनिंग दैट लड़की है क्या, कैसे रो रहा है. इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. Embrace that, accept that, and let it go. From there, letting go will happen once you have cried it out. Let go. हो चुका है ना जो, उसे हो जाने दो. Let it be a thing of the past and move on. Because that is the only way. You have to move on from everything. what has happened in the past. Number 3, it is the very, very effective practice of paying gratitude. Gratitude is the highest frequency. I'm talking energy wise, is the frequency which takes your vibration higher. आप जितने मर्जी दुख में हो, जितने मर्जी जैसी भी सिचुएशन में हो, even in the hospital, if you're lying on a surgery bed, you will have something to pay gratitude for. और जिन लोगों को लगता है ना मेरे यहाँ तो लाइफ में कुछ भी अच्छा नहीं हो रहा, वो देखो कितना अच्छा है, उसकी लाइफ कितनी अच्छी है, I am sure you have something to pay gratitude for. अपने से नीचे वाले को देखिए, आपके पास 1000 चीजें होंगी to pay gratitude for, and from there instantly you will see that your life starts to shift. और अगर कुछ भी समझ में ना आए ना किसके लिए gratitude करना है, pay gratitude for the breath that you're having right now. अगर ये नहीं होती तो हम यहाँ बैठे नहीं होते और आप ये सुन नहीं रहे होते. So start from there, pay gratitude. And how do you do it? Journal it. One more practice is emotional journal. अगर बोल के नहीं हो पा रहा है, वो सब करके नहीं हो पा रहा है, start writing. Not everybody is a good speaker, is not very vocal about the feelings. Then what you do? Take one diary dedicated to your emotional journaling. Write what is happening to you. दिन में 60,000 thoughts आते हैं subconsciously. आप थोड़ा से अपना टाइम डेडिकेट टू जर्नलिंग दैट. आप वो इमोशंस लिखिए कि आपके दिमाग में आ क्या रहा है. Then from there you will start to become conscious about what is crossing your mind. Identify those things. Start with whatever is crossing your mind. When you pick the pen and a diary, start writing whatever is coming to your mind and just see the patterns that are coming up. Now the second step, observe the negative. उसमें जो भी negative आ रहा हो, like complaining, blaming, something that happened, someone who caused you pain, guilt, rejection, resentment, whatever, which is not positive, is negative. Observe that and start to practice letting go and change it. You have to change it towards positive. And that will come from, as I said in the earlier slide, gratitude. It will start to change. When you start to put your conscious mind from negative to positive, thanking for what you have rather than you don't, there the transformation starts to happen. And number 3, practice those changes and track them. Are you on the right path? Because जब तक हम वो नहीं करेंगे हमें पता नहीं चलेगा हम सही रास्ते पे जा रहे हैं नहीं जा रहे. So practice those changes and track them. And finally there will be one day when something will happen and you will, observe that negative तो दिमाग में आ ही नहीं रहा. Because जो भी negative situation आ रही है उसमें भी आप ढूंढ रहे हैं कि कुछ positive होगा, कुछ lesson होगा, कुछ चीज होगी जो हमें करनी होगी. So this is how it happens. This is a conscious life. Life can be lived unconsciously. Just take it as every day and you can live it consciously. And it brings a huge amount of change, transformation in your life experience that you observe, experience on a day-to-day basis. Live it on a daily basis. And last, your thoughts create your reality. Trust me on this. Your thoughts create your reality. Your mind is more powerful than you know. So whatever is going into your mind is creating your reality. Be aware of what is going into your head. Thank you so much for listening. It was all from my side.